What's going on, guys? We got this weapon review, episode 2, Scar L. This is how we do it. We got nothing on the gun right here, and I'm going to show you the recoil patterns of the gun. So, without further ado, as you see, this gun, the recoil is pretty manageable, I think. Right here I think it's a little crazy and it goes like to the far right, but like you saw on the weapon, the M4, there's only that 1 out of 5 chances that you can get where the recoil pattern is just ridiculous. Now, I'm going to show, as you see, most of them are fairly close together, and if there is recoil, it's mostly just to the right. And now I'm going to show you with kick on, and as you see, I do have kick on this gun, so don't worry about that. But most of these go directly to the right. Now, the only problem with this is that, like most other guns, goes like up, the recoil goes up, but the Scar L is a sort of different weapon, and as you saw in the first two, it goes to the right. And although it's easier than the right and up, where you just gotta pull to the left on your trigger or your analog stick, that's what I'm trying to say. And so overall, it's a fairly recoilless gun. And now I'm gonna show you the Hipfire, that spread without steady aim. And this gun, it's like most assault rifles, not the best at hip firing, but it's still, it's manageable if you need it in that close quarter situation. But I would definitely not recommend hip firing, just because, if you're gonna be up close, you're most probably gonna lose to a submachine gun or a shotgun or something. And even if you have steady aim, which I'm gonna show after I shoot these last 2 clips, and this is just from far range and showing you how it's not, not the greatest. As you see, most of them, even the ones that are close up, are fairly spread apart. So compared to some of the other assault rifles, doesn't have the greatest hip fire. And that's why you definitely don't want to use this gun short range. It's definitely more of a medium to longer range type of weapon. And as you see here, even with steady aim, it's still a fairly big amount of area that the bullets spread. So I would definitely advise running more long range. So definitely put marksman on instead of steady aim, because that's what I find to be the best option in that third perk slot. And like you see here, even the spread patterns aren't that great even with steady aim. Now I'm gonna show you some gameplay on interchange and just a little bit about the game. It's, I think, like 52 and 11 or something like that. But I do show a couple or a few of my deaths in here, and I kept those in just to show how this gun isn't the greatest for close range, because the times I do die, it's by like a FMG9 or a submachine gun or something. And you definitely want to stick to having a longer, or to be sort of a defensive sort of player when you're using this gun. Now, you can, if you're good enough, you can get away with rushing. You just gotta maneuver the map in a certain way. But saying all that stuff, I'm gonna give you some statistics that the gun has. Now, it is unlocked at level 6, so it's definitely a great gun to use as soon as you as soon as you start, because I know I did the M4 last time, and you unlock that at level 4, but I would definitely stick around until level 6 to get the Scar L, and definitely use that, because it's one of my favorite guns in the game. Now, many of you know it is fully auto, and like every other or most other assault rifles, the capacity of the magazine is 30 bullets, and I'm pretty sure it goes up to like 45 with extended mags, but not. I know it's in the 40s. I forget what where it stops at. But close range, the damage is only 35. Now, that's one of the reasons that it's not a good close quarter combat gun, is because the damage is so low, and it would take, you know, what is that? It takes 3 close range bullets to kill somebody, and you know that's like most other guns. But other guns, if you hip fire, you might get lucky and get a headshot. But long range damage, it does 20, like most other ones do, and it takes 5 bullets long range to kill if you get them all on the target. Now, it is one of the slowest shooting guns with only 750 rounds per minute, which does help out when you're shooting at long range, because if you have a high fire rate gun, then you're gonna go through a clip a little bit faster. Now, the time it takes to kill somebody close range, you know, and these are all if you hit every single shot and everything, so these could vary. The close range time it takes is 0.16 seconds, and the long range times is 0.32 seconds. You know, so compared to the M4, it is slower. Although I find that the SCAR is actually more powerful. I don't know if that's just a preference of mine, but you know, you can decide that for yourself. Now, it does have the same raise and drop time as M4, which is the raise time is 0.75 and the drop time is 0.45. So it takes you, 0.75 seconds to pull your gun up from if it's on your back, or if you're picking it up off the ground, and 0.45 seconds to drop it. And without sleight of hand, it takes 2.4 seconds to reload. Now, without sleight of hand, I really wouldn't use it without sleight of hand unless you're running like specialist and you get sleight of hand in the specialist. But I would definitely say sleight of hand's a necessity on this gun. And the headshot multiplier is 1.5, whereas the M4 is 1.4. So you get a little bit more power in your headshots. But when you just like a little bit about the gun, or the way I would use it, I definitely run sleight of hand, and then I have hardline as a second perk, but you could almost switch that out with quick draw. I just like to get my kill streaks a little bit earlier, and then definitely use marksman as a third perk, because you can see them from long range and you can pick them off from their if they're camping or if they're just spawning, as you see I do a couple of these clips. But proficiencies on this gun, like the M4, I would definitely go with focus again, just because the fact that, like I said, the kick isn't really that needed, just because there's not too much recoil on the gun. So definitely use focus, because if you're getting shot at, you can definitely I get killed by a guy sitting in the corner with Type 95. It's always fun. But focus definitely helps when you're getting shot at, and your gun doesn't just fly up all over the place. So that's definitely a recommendation. And if you want, you can almost put like I usually run portable radar, just because kids camp, so I gotta throw that down and see if they're camping in corners or whatnot. But those are really up to you. And this gameplay is coming to an end. So I mean, I really love this weapon. This weapon is one of my favorites. And actually, a little tip is when you're reloading, especially, well, I don't know if it works without sleight of hand, because I don't think I've ever run this gun without sleight of hand. But as you see I do in a couple of this in these clips, as soon as you see the bullets in the bottom right like go up, you can sprint, or you can YY, and it stops the animation, because actually the animation is longer than the time it takes to get the bullets in the gun. So that's a little pro tip right there for y'all. And that's pretty much it. So comment, rate, and subscribe, and leave a comment down. Tell me what gun y'all would like to see next, and just be prepared for more stuff to come in the future, because we're working on a montage right now. It's gonna be a C4 and a spaz montage, and then when Jack gets his capture card, he's gonna be doing a sniper montage, and it's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming out in the next couple of weeks. And then we still got the spots for shots, and you know, just stay tuned for more. Alright, that's been Weapon Review Episode 2. Scar, I'll leave it off with the 3-piece triple, and I'm out. Peace.